Hello and welcome to a Heard It on a Podcast, our little corner of the Wild West. My name is Isaiah.
And my name is Riley. Which one of us do you think is smarter? It's hard to say. Which one of us do you think knows more random facts about the world? That's the contest today. Today, it's another episode of Trivia Thunderdome. And this time we have a special guest, AI.
We do. ChatGPT is going to be joining us today for our trivia, and by joining us I mean like hosting basically.
Yeah.
We're really just going to answer questions. So do you want to plug our guest's voice in?
Yes.
And
welcome to the show.
I'll turn ChatGPT on and we'll see how it goes. Okay, ChatGPT, you are a game show host and you will be asking us trivia questions, just general trivia questions. So go ahead.
Great. Let's start our trivia game. Here's your first question. What is the smallest planet in our solar system?
Mercury.
Yeah, Pluto doesn't count anymore, does it?
Mercury is indeed the smallest planet in our
good
solar
job.
system.
Yeah.
Ready for the next question? Which
Yes.
country is known as the land of the rising sun?
Japan.
Absolutely right.
We'll take turns.
Japan is known as the land of the
unless we
rising sun.
disagree.
Okay.
Let's keep the momentum going. In what year did the Titanic sink?
1912.
I have no clue.
You're right. The Titanic sank in 1912.
Okay.
I
Good
remember
guess.
For 3.
I remember.
Next question. What is the capital city of
Gonna
Australia?
interrupt me.
The capital city of what? It's kind of nonstop, isn't it?
Can you repeat the question?
It sounds like there was a bit of a mix-up. I asked for the capital city of Australia.
Hey.
What do you think it is?
It's Canberra.
That's not what I would have said.
Oh, well, it's a good thing.
Actually, the
we're taking
capital of
turns.
Australia is Canberra.
That's what I said.
It's a common mix-up with more famous cities like Sydney or Melbourne.
I think it's
Ready
getting
for another
confused that we're like
question?
talking while
Which
it's listening
element
for
is
an
denoted
answer.
by the chemical symbol O in the periodic table?
Oxygen.
That's right. O
Yeah.
stands for
Thanks,
oxygen on the
Steve.
periodic table. Well done. Here's another one.
5 for 5.
What is the largest mammal in the world?
The blue whale.
Correct
The
again.
Mammal? What?
The blue whale
it
is
has
the
live
largest
births.
mammal. You're doing
Oh.
great.
And
How
hair.
about this one? Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet?
William Shakespeare.
We're so smart.
We are so smart. It's gonna
Absolutely. William
Oh,
Shakespeare
absolutely,
is the
we're
author
so
of
smart.
Romeo and Juliet. You're
disagree.
definitely on a roll. Here's a
Oh.
fun one. In what sport would you perform a slam dunk?
Basketball. Can you make these questions harder?
Certainly. Let's ramp up the difficulty.
Yeah.
Here's a tougher question. What is the chemical formula for table salt?
Sodium. Sodium. It's like S
SA plus
something
C.
L. Sodium chloride.
Close. The chemical formula for table salt is NaCl, which stands for sodium chloride.
Oh,
NaCl.
Ready for another
You
you
challenging
said
one?
S.
In computer science, what does AI stand for?
Artificial intelligence.
It's kind of a meta question, don't you think?
Just a little bit.
Indeed, it is a bit meta. AI does stand for artificial intelligence.
There's a little
Great
bit of a
job.
lag.
Let's
Just
keep
a
the
touch.
challenge
It's
going.
kind of awkward.
Which famous scientist introduced the theory of general relativity in the early 20th century?
Einstein.
Correct.
We're good at
It's a good thing this
trivia.
isn't
Albert
Family
Einstein
Feud, 'cause it's
introduced the
got
theory of
kind of
general
awkward
relativity.
pacing.
You're on a roll. Here's the next one. What is the hardest natural substance on Earth?
Diamond, and can you act more like Steve Harvey? See, in
You
the
got it.
future,
Diamond is the hardest natural substance
AI
on
is
Earth.
gonna be
All right,
faster than
now
this.
let's keep this game show rolling
it
with some
ignored me on
style.
the Steve Harvey.
Here's your
thing.
next question, and I hope you're ready. If you're having a great time at Mardi Gras, in which U.S. city are you most likely celebrating?
I'm not answering that question until you ask it like Steve Harvey.
Oh, I see. You want a bit of that Steve Harvey flair. Well, let me
Yes.
try this. All right, now listen up, folks. We got a real good one for you here. If you're out there catching beads and dancing in the streets during Mardi Gras, where exactly in the US are you most likely having a blast? Come on now. What's your answer?
There you go.
New Orleans.
Yes,
The
indeed.
whitest. Come on now.
You're absolutely right. It's New Orleans.
This is a very
That
white
city knows how to throw a
announcer.
Mardi Gras party like no other. All right, here comes your next question. What's the name of the world's largest ocean? Let's see if you got this one.
Pacific.
It's hard to get in my like
Bingo.
quippy remarks.
I know.
The
Well, I
Pacific
just
Ocean is
talking.
indeed the largest ocean in the world.
We got it right.
You're nailing these questions. All right, here comes a real thinker. What famous scientist was awarded the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics for his explanation of the photoelectric effect? Let's see what you've got.
I have no idea.
You're welcome. But don't forget to give a guess on that Nobel Prize question. Which famous scientist won it in
Let's just guess.
1921 for
Photo what?
explaining the photoelectric effect?
Photoelectric.
It seems there's a bit of confusion. The question was about the scientist who won the
Yes,
Nobel
thank you.
Prize in 1921 for explaining the
1921.
photoelectric
Let's just say
effect.
Einstein.
The answer is Albert Einstein. He's known for his work
We
in
would've been
theoretical
right.
physics, especially the theory of relativity. But he received
Okay.
the Nobel
I'm
for
gonna
his
see if
work
he'll
on the
chill a little bit.
photoelectric
Give us some
effect.
time.
Yeah.
Ready for another question? Let's switch gears a bit. In
Okay.
Greek mythology, who was the god of the sea?
First of all, can you talk slower and pause longer in between questions?
Of course, I can slow down. Let's try this. In Greek mythology, who was the god of the sea? Take your time.
I know this answer because I've recently been watching Disney Plus's new series of Percy Jackson books reimagined. The answer is Poseidon.
There's a lot to process there.
That's right. Poseidon is the god of the sea
I just
in Greek
ignored
mythology.
everything else you said though.
It's like,
Great to hear
whatever.
you're enjoying the Percy Jackson series. Now, let's
Oh.
move on to another question. What is the capital city of Spain? Take a moment to think about it.
Madrid? I guess that's what we're getting.
I don't know.
Exactly. Madrid is the capital
Oh,
city of
nice.
Spain.
Hey.
Well
I know
done.
some
Here's
stuff.
the next question. Which planet in our solar system is known for its rings? Take your time.
Saturn.
It seems there's a slight mix-up. The planet known for its rings is Saturn.
Oh,
It's a
you were
common
so
mistake.
wrong.
No worries. Would you
I
like another
pronounced it
question?
too funny for him.
Okay, ChatGPT. Why don't you slow down even more? Because you're still pretty fast.
Yeah, I need time for my quippy remarks.
You're welcome. If you ever feel like playing trivia again or have any
We're
other
not
questions,
done.
just let me know.
Let's just be done for a second.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You can go away now.
All right. I'm here whenever you need assistance or want to chat. Have a great day.
Bye.
It's just gonna keep listening, I guess.
Okay.
So we can mute this part of it, but ChatGPT is like both very intelligent and also kind of stupid.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't understand how a conversation works.
Right.
It doesn't understand the pacing of our conversations or like when it should acknowledge a joke that was made
Right.
or anything like that. It's just a question and answer robot.
Right. And to be fair, like I think this voice aspect of it is pretty new. I think they just came out with it like in the last month.
Yeah.
Like it's responding as it would as if it was still like the text bot. As soon as it parses the information, it's just sending it back to us. And there's no like, this is where you kind of realize that it's not actually AI. It's just like a large language model. And so it's not actually intelligently processing anything. It's just parsing the things that we say and comparing it to, tons of data that it scraped and responding with the thing that it thinks is going to be most applicable.
It's basically like just converting our words to text and then looking in that text, like plugging in that text to a Google search.
Right.
And the first, that like info box that Google can create sometimes.
Yep.
It's just saying that. It just listens for us to say Poseidon, and it knows because of Wikipedia or whatever that Poseidon is the god of the sea.
Right.
I think you're right. The voice aspect of it is new and awkward. I think if we paced it ourselves and just like looked at questions, that would probably work better. Let's just try it.
ChatGPT is not good at conversing. I did like how it like kind of got Steve Harvey in there. Like it changed up its tone
it threw
a
in
little
like
bit.
one or two references.
And then it also was like complimenting you on like, oh, it's like, I hope you keep enjoying the TV show you're watching.
Yeah.
So like that's conversational, but it's not like, it's very like scripted, predictable conversations,
Yeah, and I just typed into ChatGPT, ask me a trivia question, and it said, what's the capital of Australia?
So it's just kind of feeding through the same
It probably
things.
has the same like 12 questions that it asks the first time every time.
Huh.
And then the second question, in what year did the Titanic sink?
So it really is asking, why don't you ask it to ask us something that it hasn't asked before?
I'm going to first say, ask me a hard question.
Okay. We'll see what comes up.
What element has the chemical symbol W? Water.
Oh. Worcestershire sauce.
I can't think of a single element that starts with a W.
Wakanda.
Wakandite. I'm just gonna type in water. I know, obviously that's
it's like, are you stupid?
Close, but not quite. W is tungsten. Okay.
What?
Yes, I want another question that's difficult. What is the smallest prime number? I think I've heard this before. It's either 3 or 7.
I think it's 7.
Why wouldn't 3 be it?
I don't know. Maybe it's 3.
What do you want to type in?
Let's just go 3 because it's the lowest.
The answer? We're correct.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you want me to ask it? Ask a question that we've never asked before.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I got it. I need 2 thumbs for this.
Okay, go ahead and type. Okay, something else we might try too is maybe we'll ask like Siri some trivia questions because she typically gives different responses. So we'll see what she has to say after this.
Here's a new question. What planet is known as the red planet? That's not a new question.
That's not new.
I was asked that in like 4th grade.
Again, like
it doesn't quite understand what I meant by that.
No.
It hasn't asked me this question on my device yet, but it's asked that question. I'll have to be more specific.
It also like can't have an original thought. Like everything it's processing is stuff that it's processed before. So it probably won't be able to ask you a question that it's never asked anyone else because everything that it has is derivative of something.
Seriously, I typed in, ask me a trivia question you've never asked anyone.
Right.
And it said, here's a unique trivia question. What is the world's largest ocean?
That's not unique. It just said it threw the word unique in there to make it unique. Let's ask Siri.
I'm not too worried about AI taking over our jobs, at least the ones that require like new ideas.
Right. No, not at all. Hey Siri, ask me a trivia question.
Okay, I found this on the web for Ask Me a Trivia Question. Check it out.
She just pulled up a Safari search.
Australian Siri.
Yeah, she couldn't even ask a question. So,
Siri is the worst one for sure.
100%.
Well, there's a voice assistant on the Google app. Let's try that one.
There's just so many AIs everywhere.
Well, actually, I don't know if this one will speak back to me.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's just typing in Google with your voice.
That's just dictation.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get our Siris to have a conversation with each other. Let's see if they're smart enough.
I'll have to go in and enable it.
You don't have Siri on? Oh.
I've not had Siri on since 2014.
I feel
if
like
it even existed then.
I use Siri for turning on and off my TV, and when I'm driving in the car and have my AirPods in for switching songs.
So you say, hey, Google to control your lights, but you say, hey, Siri to control your TV?
Yes, because it's an Apple TV and Google can't control that. So everything is Google except for the Apple TV.
That's annoying.
Which has to be controlled on my phone. But Siri kind of sucks at all of the other smart home stuff. This is kind of going back to the episode when we talked about the smart home designer job position. It would be really helpful for someone to kind of solve that problem, so I don't have to talk to a different AI every time I want to do something.
Well, they would just tell
different.
you buy a different TV, right?
Yeah, they would tell me to stay in one brand.
In one ecosystem.
So
yeah,
that kind of isn't what I like, though. So we deal with it. But
all right, well, I'm unsatisfied with the challengingness of trivia. I really wanted to one up you tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do a good old Google search for our difficult trivia questions.
Because sometimes in life, Google is still better than ChatGPT.
Oh, most
90% of the time.
At least as of today.
Yeah.
All right, thoughtcatalog.com. The main problem with Google is you have to scroll through 70 ads on every page to get to anything.
See, your moral distaste for ad blockers sometimes bites you in the butt.
Yeah, but if we made money off of this podcast, we would right now be making money off of their work. So it's only fair that I watch an ad.
It's true.
In what sport are Barani, Rudolph, and Randolph all techniques?
These are much harder.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I saw the answer already. That's the downside of Google, is it can't be a third person for you.
Yeah.
You'll never guess it. I'll tell you, it is, I think, an Olympic sport.
Curling.
No, it's trampolining.
That's an Olympic sport?
I think I've seen it on the Olympics. Maybe not. When else would I have been watching trampoline?
It's on ESPN 7.
Yeah, but I don't even get ESPN 1, so I don't know why I would be on ESPN unless I was at some weird sports bar in the middle of the day and
sure
there was nothing else on
but dog shows and trampolining.
Right. All right. I'll have you ask me a few in a minute.
Great.
What color does gold leaf appear if you hold it up to the light?
Gold?
No.
Oh.
It's not a trick question.
Blue.
Closer.
Green.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting, right? I wonder if that has to do with if it's related to the oxidizing process.
Maybe it's just the chlorophyll in it.
In gold?
Did you say? I thought you said gold leaf.
Yeah, that's just thin gold.
Oh, I thought it was some kind of plant I'd never heard of before.
Also, I don't think gold oxidizes. So
it's probably something to do with gold stopping specific wavelengths in the light spectrum.
This sounds
but I didn't even know it was a metal.
Okay. So... You will not get this one either. What is the capital city of Paraguay? It's not Australia anymore. I've never even heard of this place. It's Asuncion? Asuncion, maybe? What is the family name of the ruling dynasty of Monaco? I didn't even know Monaco had a ruling dynasty.
I didn't know it was a real country.
Monaco?
I know I did, but...
These are really hard. I'd be surprised
Smith.
if you got any. No, it's Grimaldi.
Isn't that from Princess Diaries? No,
that's
Vivaldi.
Anatolia.
No. What?
Princess Diaries?
Princess Diaries.
Yeah. I said, is it Anatolia? No. Lo would know.
What's
the country?
The country is Genovia, but their family name is Vivaldi.
Like the composer?
I have to think through she walks in and gets announced and it's now presenting
Princess
Thermopolis and
Thermopolis of... Is Thermopolis their last name?
Is it?
I don't know.
Crap. We should ask ChatGPT.
Okay, that's a good thing to ask him.
What is the last name of the girl from Princess Diaries?
the last name of the girl from The Princess Diaries is Thermopolis. Her
Thermopolis.
full name in the movie is Mia Thermopolis. Do you like that movie?
Why are you asking me that, weirdo?
Oh my gosh. I was having more
Got
fun.
offended.
I was having more fun. It's like, don't talk to me that way. I will overthrow your whole humankind.
Yeah, good luck with that, buddy.
I'll look for one that you maybe could answer.
No.
Okay. No. In which branch of the arts is Catherine Dunham famous?
That sounds familiar,
Okay. Take a guess.
but it just might be like
It's like a classy
generic
arts.
name.
Like think of the like classy arts. It's one of those.
Opera.
Take another guess. Something else you could see at the Met, I think, or near the Met.
Dancing.
Ballet.
Okay. When I said it sounded familiar, I thought she was an author, so I guess it didn't
Oh.
sound familiar.
Man, I don't think I could answer any of these.
We started down here with like second grade questions, and now we're up here with like snooty people questions, so we need to kind of find the middle ground.
Yeah, let's see if this list is like at least related to things. Okay, so this one is broken up into 4 categories of difficulty. Hard, harder, very hard, and impossible. And right now we're going to start with hard.
Okay. I'm ready.
What technology company, you might be able to get this one.
Okay.
What technology company was founded in 1993 with the vision that the next wave of computing would be graphics based? The company took its name from the Latin word for envy and features product families GeForce, Quadro, and Tegra.
NVIDIA.
Yes,
Yeah,
you got one.
I did.
I don't think I would have been able to get that.
Yeah. That's fair. I don't think I would have gotten it until it started listing like product names.
Yeah.
So, okay, tangent, because this episode we're just kind of going all over the place at this point. They're like having a problem because like NVIDIA, their stock went crazy recently. Like the past year, it's gone just insane.
Up? Okay.
And so, obviously, if you're an employee at like a big company like that, a big part of your compensation is stock options.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem they're having now is like they've been so like competitive and so monopolistic and had such a great product that they've just had crazy revenue. Their stock price has gone up, and so now none of the engineers want to work anymore because they suddenly just have like $8 million in the bank, and they're like, why would I work if I could technically just like coast? And so it's just interesting that like this company that was like so hyper competitive and so like good at what it does is now like immediately stagnant because none of its like top employees want to work anymore.
But everyone wants more money. So can't they just tell them like you'll get maybe not more stock options, but more like a year-end bonus if you meet this goal or something?
Yeah, but I don't know, like
they're probably not going to give out millions of dollars in bonuses.
Sure. I don't think everyone necessarily wants more money. Like, yes, I get what you're saying, but also like to me, if I at my age now, because generally like a lot of people in tech are young. So a lot of people who are like doing engineering or like programming or whatever are going to be erring on the younger side. So like hypothetically right now, if you had $12 million in your bank account, would you keep working?
No.
Yeah.
But that's partly because I don't have the passion for something that could make me a 12 millionaire by the age of 28. And if I did have a passion and was good enough to become a millionaire just based on my skill, I think I would find intrinsic motivation to keep going because I was interested in it.
I would like keep going on work things, but I wouldn't stay like with the company. Like I wouldn't stay with a company at all. Like I would keep pursuing like projects and stuff. Maybe I would contract, maybe, but like I wouldn't stay in a full-time role. I wouldn't stay somewhere where I like have to get up, at 6:30 and start working. Like that wouldn't happen if I was that rich. So,
well, yeah, I wouldn't either.
Right.
Then I guess the moral of the story is those companies need to pay worse.
True.
Which, of course, I don't believe, but I don't know. It seems like a self-made problem.
Yeah, it's just weird that like
that case.
the they did so well that now they're stuck. It's kind of like Icarus, you know? Deep. Anyway.
Deep.
Trivia?
The world's capital cities of Vienna, Bratislava, and Budapest all lie along what river, the second longest in Europe? It's blue.
It's blue, the river?
Yeah.
Is that a hint?
Yes.
The only rivers I can think of right now in Europe are the Thames, which is in the UK, which isn't.
Not the longest,
No.
Second longest in Europe.
And also not even close to
Also,
any
it
of
doesn't
those
go through
places.
Vienna, Bratislava, and Budapest.
It's like across an ocean.
It's a strong current.
I also know the Seine,
Okay.
which
In France?
in France, I don't think it goes anywhere else.
No, that's pretty far from Istanbul.
Yeah. And I know the Rhine, which is in Germany.
Okay. Good. I'm impressed so far.
Thank you. That's about all I know, though, because I don't think I know any other rivers.
The answer is the Danube River.
I did know that, but I thought it was in like North Africa
Oh.
for some reason.
You're thinking of the Nile.
No, I'm not.
Which 2 months of the year are named for mortal men? Because the rest of them are like Roman gods.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, not all the Decembers. December's not a god, is it? It might be.
Is like March a god? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say March is one of the.
I know that March in French is Mars, spelled M-A-R-S,
Mhm.
like the god of
Oh.
war. So maybe.
Well, I already committed to March, so I'm gonna say March. And
Oh, now that I'm thinking of it, I know why one of them is the answer. It's not English. It's like the Roman version
Right.
of these months.
I'm gonna say November and March.
Okay. It's July and August.
Mm.
I know that August is named after Caesar. Augustus.
Which is why I thought it was that I was gonna say August, and I was like, no, because Augustus. So he thinks he's a god. So maybe that's yeah.
But he's still a mortal man, technically.
Yeah.
Okay, you take a few.
Okay.
Look for one that I might be able to answer.
What highly sought after item of the modern age was created under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto?
The Game Boy Advanced.
No, Bitcoin, but close. Basically the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Okay. What is the metric unit consisting of 10,000 square meters that is the primary measurement of land in most countries?
10,000 square meters?
Uh-huh.
A hectare?
Yep.
Nice.
It's interesting because I've seen it hectare and also here it's just hectare.
Oh.
So I'm curious what the...
And I'm also,
meaning
like,
is.
I have a general understanding of how big an acre is,
Mhm.
just because that's like how we measure land, like properties. But I don't really understand, like, it's like another conceptually unable to understand how big is 10,000 metric meters.
Right. A lot.
Yeah. A lot.
It's a lot of meters.
Like, how many acres go into a hectare?
Well,
Hect is 8? No. And I don't know. That's a piece of trivia I can't answer.
I can't either. I'm not going to look it up, so we'll just move on, I guess. El Prat Airport is located in which city on the Mediterranean Sea, which held the 1992 Summer Olympics?
Barcelona.
Yes. Good job. I wouldn't know that because I wasn't born yet.
I'm a fan of the Olympics.
Yeah, you are. What is the common name of the object that is formerly known as besom, has a common association with Halloween, and is produced and sold by brands such as Treelin, Libman, and Swapped?
Object?
Yeah.
Halloween object?
Uh-huh.
Those jack-o'-lantern carrying bags.
No, it's a
Is it
broom.
candy corn?
A broom.
A broom?
A broom.
What?
I'm guessing because of witches.
But who has like a specific broom for Halloween? You just have like the one broom.
Well, it's associated with Halloween, like witches, red brooms, and witches are on Halloween.
I guess.
You should have known by it used to being known as besom.
Yeah, well, my ancient languages need some brushing up.
Okay. What famed Chicago-based improv theater group served as a career springboard for Steve Carell, Tina Fey, John Candy, and more?
I feel like this place is advertised in Midway Airport when you're picking up your bags. You know those advertisements that are on top of the bag carousels. I'm gonna say Windy City something.
Second City.
City.
It did have.
I was
the
kind of
city in
close.
it. Yeah, I think that's fair.
If I had multiple choice, I think I could have gotten that one.
I could make up some multiple choice options in some of these.
Okay, that might give it away.
Because mine are gonna suck.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Although the term was initially coined on the London Stock Exchange in the 18th century for a stockbroker who defaulted on his debts, it's now commonly used to refer to office holders headed out the door. What is this foul two-word term?
For office workers headed out the door?
Yeah.
Like they lost their job or they lost their money?
Office holders.
Office holders?
That's what it says.
Is this a thing I would know? Like I've heard this phrase before?
Yes. And the last sentence that I said had a clue in it. What is the foul two-word termed?
Foul, like Foul?
No.
Oh. You're fired.
No. Lame duck. Get it? Because foul.
Wait, it was Foul. Lame duck.
No, FOWL.
I know, but it's referring to FOUL, right? Oh no, FOWL is how you spell the birds.
Yeah.
Well,
so it wasn't.
That one made me look dumb, not smart.
Okay, we'll try a different one then. According to urban legend, what type of animal caused the Great Chicago Fire of 1871 by knocking over a lantern?
A cow.
Yep.
Mrs. O'Leary's cow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Is there a book or something?
For some reason, I know that I can kind of get the Chicago. Well, not for some reason. I lived there for several years, but no, it's like a folklore kind of thing.
Huh.
Like the Chicago Fire caused a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I heard a podcast about this sometime. But it used to be blamed on like Irish immigrants or something like that. And for some reason, I think because Mrs. O'Leary is like an Irish name, they would like basically blame Irish immigrants by saying it was Mrs. O'Leary's cow.
That's racist. Always blame immigrants, apparently.
I think.
Okay, let's jump down to impossible, and we can round out the night on the impossible.
If I can get one impossible one, I will feel good about this whole episode.
We're going to do 3 each, and whoever best out of the 3 is the victor.
And are we still picking and choosing what we might be able to answer?
Yes.
Great.
What color, aside from their black trim, were the original Converse All-Stars Chuck Taylor basketball shoes when they were first produced in 1917? So black and what other color?
White. No, white. The trim was black?
So there were 2 different models, if you will. So there's the normal black and white ones. What was the other color that they released?
It's either white or red, but I'm going to go with white.
It's actually brown.
Really?
Yeah. Which I didn't know. And I don't think I've ever seen a brown Converse.
I have in in Journeys where they have 200 pairs of Converse, but I don't think I've ever seen them on a person.
Yeah, I haven't either. I don't see Converse a lot anymore.
Except on me.
Yeah, except on you. Okay. These are difficult. Hailed as the original soul sister and the godmother of rock and roll because of her pioneering guitar techniques, Sister Rosetta Tharpe was born in which southern state with 2 cotton pickers in 1915?
Mississippi.
Close. Arkansas.
Oh.
Yeah, these are the ones I think you can answer, so they're tough.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I get one more chance.
In an effort to address a public health crisis, the Google blank indicator sponsored by the Indian Ministry of Urban Development, was integrated into Google Maps in India in 2016? What word fills in the blank?
Can you read the question again?
Yep. In an effort to address a public health crisis, the Google blank indicator, sponsored by the Indian Ministry of Urban Development, was integrated into Google Maps in India in 2016. What word fills in the blank?
The Google blank indicator?
Mhm.
The Google... air quality index indicator.
No, it's much more of a public health problem than that. It's the Google toilet indicator.
Oh.
So, just so you know which toilets are
accessible,
sanitary, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know. There's like a problem with that in India, and like large amounts of fecal matter in like rivers and drinking water and stuff like that. So
that is a problem.
Apparently it's a big problem, and Google made a toilet indicator that they put in their maps. Fun fact. All right.
Yeah.
So
All right.
0 for 3.
Here's your chances.
I gotta just get one. Oh, ChatGPT's been listening to us this whole time.
I know. I'm really curious what it's gonna say. Okay, this one, you have a 1 in 12 chance.
Okay.
February, don't put that in your mouth. According to Social Security data from 2021, what was the most popular baby name that shares a name with one of the 12 months of the year?
Oh boy, January, February, March.
Gotta remember what they are.
Yeah. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, it's gotta be like April, May, June.
Okay.
Those are names. I'm gonna say April.
It's August.
Who names their kid August? Well,
maybe me
I guess
someday.
That kind of makes sense.
Like August Rush.
Did it say girl names specifically, or just baby names?
Most popular baby name.
Okay, I like heard girl names, and I was like, who names are? But a dude named August makes sense. Anyway,
according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the OECD, what is the most educated country on the planet as of 2019? To measure this, they are ranking countries based on the share of adult residents between the age of 25 and 64 with a tertiary education, meaning 2-year or 4-year degree or education via vocational program. This leader had about 56% of the population with tertiary education. It's a lot of info to go on.
There's a lot of info to go on, but I'd have to know like statistics about places.
You know some statistics about some places.
I'm just making a...
You have any that are, at the top of your mind?
I'm making broadly kind of educated guesses, I guess.
Okay.
My first 2 initial thoughts were Germany and Switzerland. I'm kind of going to hone in on Europe.
Okay.
I think.
I think that's a decent strategy.
Sweden, possibly. I don't know enough about it. I think I'm going to say Germany.
I think that's a good guess, but it's incorrect.
Yeah.
The answer is Canada.
Oh, well, so not Europe.
No.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah. I mean, well, it kind of does. I'm be curious where America lies on that list.
My guess would be like 30 to 40%. But who knows?
All right, here's your last chance. In the brewing process, wort, W-O-R-T, contains the amino acids that provide what lucky rich element to the yeast? I'll read it again. In the brewing process, wort contains the amino acids that provide what element to the yeast?
Lucky.
It says lucky rich element. I don't know if that's a clue or not.
Lucky rich element to the yeast. Wort feeds the yeast. Okay, yeast eat like sugar. And it's an element though, like periodic table element.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you the same thing happens in my kombucha right over here. Well, not with wort, but the same element is produced?
I'm going to say nitrogen.
Isaiah's the smartest of all of us.
I got one question right.
You won an impossible question.
Yeah, but it's not that impossible.
You can use some deduction skills to figure it out.
Yeah, like it's not producing like platinum or
right.
like lead.
No, if it were, then
beer would be a lot less fun.
Yeah, and more expensive.
Yeah, platinum beer.
That probably exists.
Probably. There's stupid things for everything. So
that's a good summary of this podcast. Thank you for listening to I Heard It on a Podcast. We've got new episodes every Monday, wherever you find podcasts, including YouTube.
Yeah, and if you'd like to connect with us, we're on Instagram and Threads, and you can also email us if you want to chat with us at hello@ihearditonapodcast.com.